Pong. And welcome back to another Casual Friday. I'm your host, Sensei-pong. And this week on Casual Friday, we're starting off my little visual novel, interactive fiction, whatever month, with Cuttlebone, which is a free visual novel available on itch.io. I want to say it's using the RenPy engine. You just look it up. Type in Cuttlebone visual novel if you want to play this. It's free. Whatever. If my computer can handle it, I'm pretty sure your computer can handle it. But anywho, point is, for those who aren't that into visual novels or interactive fictions or text adventures or all that kind of stuff, don't worry. It's the only Casual Friday this month where I'm going to be doing a visual novel, so don't worry about that. I'm going to try to kind of stick to the feel of Casual Fridays. But I figured since my first visual novel month, I'm going to start off with this. Now, I actually haven't really played this, so I don't know how long it is. Number two, if it ends up being a little bit too long, let's just start this up already. If it ends up being a little bit too long for a Casual Friday episode, I'm going to cut it off into parts. And all the parts will hopefully finish by, let's say, Labor Day, and it will be a Labor Day special. There you go. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. So, here's this Cuttlebone. As far as I know, this is family friendly, so don't worry about that. And what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something important. I don't remember what. It's family friendly. There's no questionable scenes as far as I know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. No. Screw it. I don't know. If it comes to my mind, I'll mention it. But let's carry on. The intro is a little too long. Pushing myself away from the wall, I get up on my feet. To my right, the sprawling patio and the sea in the distance. To my left, the maze of walls and corridors of the complex. I do a quick scan of the surroundings to see if anything's changed. Nope, nothing. In a couple hours, there'll be plenty of movement here. Right now, it's still too early for most people to be walking about. With school being closed for the summer, the usual torrent of students is absent. As for why I'm out here, well, my brain was restless thinking about the day ahead and didn't let me get much sleep. I haven't left the complex in a while, which makes this a significant change of pace for me. I was out with a fractured arm until recently, so my summer vacation has been mostly happening indoors. Oh, that was the thing. It wasn't even that important. Now remember, I chose Cuttlebone because it's a summertime kind of story. It's the end of summer, so school's starting up. Actually, that's a terrible reason to do this, because it's like, haha, your summer's over. Let's talk about let's start up summer story. Whatever. Move on. Not terribly exciting. Anyways, in reality, I didn't need to be here right now. But since I couldn't get back into sleep, I figured I might as well finish getting prepared. At the moment, my state of preparedness is, well, not prepared. Well, mostly prepared. Can't make up his mind. I've got my backpack stuffed with a beach towel, a spare shirt in case it ends up being necessary, my home keys, and my bus pass. This text is a little hard to read on this background, but whatever. The rest of the gear, swimming trunks, a t-shirt, and flip-flops, I'm already wearing. The missing link is food. Kid's obviously a teenager. Today's trip was only decided late yesterday, at a point where the convenience store was already closing down. I checked my pantry and there were very few things there that would make school picnic food. I had some cookies, but that's not exactly lunch appropriate. A few bottles of water was just about all I could find, and now here I am waiting for the grocery store to open so I can get myself some prior food to take with me. Some bread should do. I lean over the balcony and take another look around. Still nothing but the birds. I peek at my watch, tells me it's almost time. Should be any minute now. The chilly morning air sends a small jolt down my back. Now, oh yeah, now I remember what I was going to say. What was actually what I was going to say, that was kind of like a side note I was thinking I was going to say, but it wasn't as important as what I was going to say. I don't know if this is a comedy or like a tragedy or what, or how heavy the topics are. So if this ends up being a downer, I am sorry. Casual Fridays are supposed to be fun and happy and laughy. So if I end up making you cry, that'll make me laugh. Because you'll be coming on this show thinking, hey, Sensei-pong's Casual Friday is always funny. I'm going to go watch this. And you watch something absolutely heartbreaking. That would... Leave a comment down below if that happens. And I will probably laugh at you. And tell you to subscribe. Unless you're already a subscriber, then I'll be like, well, I'm sorry. I didn't expect it. Completely sincerely, that's whatever. I forgot to check the weather forecast, but if the sky right now is any indication, it should be a nice day. Well, look, the picture looks pretty decent. There's only a cloud over there in the top left. The silence is finally broken by sounds of footsteps. The sound of footsteps. The noise spreads out from the corridors to my left. There we go. A familiar figure comes into view, carrying a small pouch and a stacked keychain in hand. Who the... I raise my hands to shoulder level in a gesture of surrender as the man approaches the locked door I'm standing by. I come in peace. What are you doing here so early, boy? I didn't take you for another riser. I'm not. I just couldn't get much sleep last night. I need to grab a couple supplies before I head out in a little bit. I see. If you're looking for some croissants, you're out of luck. Those are still going to be about an hour to cook. That's alright. Bread will do just fine. You do have that, right? It's right behind you, speaking of which. Could you help me bring pastries inside? Sure. Resting atop a big flower pot, on the ground is a blue basket covered by a thin sheet of white paper. On top of it lies a translucent bag with bread. I adjust my backpack and take a hold of the basket. Mr. Takazu unlocks it. For some reason, it was like having some dyslexia right there. I was like, Tazuka? No. Takazu. Unlocks the door with the shop and disappears inside. After a few seconds, the light starts to come in. I enter the shop and follow him in the main counter. I carefully drop the basket on the back table he is pointing to. Thanks. Say, where did you mention you are going? Mr. Takazu disappears behind... I keep pronouncing that wrong. And it's... I should know how to pronounce that. Disappears behind the counter and starts to fiddle with the machines, getting everything ready for business. The beach. I got coerced into going by Inami. We're taking the bus in a little bit, so that's why I'm here this early. The bus? We have a beach 15 minutes away. We're going to the other one. Ah, why not this one? You know, like? I actually forgot why exactly, but Inami said there was something she's looking for in that one that isn't at this beach. Oh, spoilers. I think I know what she's looking for. She's looking for a Cuttlebone, which I actually Google searched and was like, oh, that's actually the bone inside a cuttlefish. That makes complete sense. But I would assume it's like cartilagey and all that because it's a squid. Like, well, it's related to a squid. What? Is it like an actual bone? That's weird. So, apparently, according to Professor Muka, if you have a bird, birds love Cuttlebones. They cuddle with it. Algae. Oh, cows. Okay. And also, apparently, you can throw Cuttlebones into aquariums with like snails and shrimp because it'll... What? Snails? So with snails in it, because it raises the calcium of the water, which is good for the snails because they have shells. Yeah. They probably need more calcium than other things. Like algae. Yeah, it makes complete sense actually, and it's not a false fact. Or I don't even know. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's a fact, but it's not a false statement. It's like there's a lot of air in the world, and a lot of people like to breathe it. Something that what? It is true. Well, it may not be true completely for everybody, but a lot of people do. Something that the other one, definitely if you live in Los Angeles, from what I hear. Something that other than oh wait. Oh, there we go. Something that the other one, this one doesn't? Yeah, I'm blanking on what it was, but I recall it making sense. Huh. Well, good luck fighting whatever you're looking for. Thanks. Here, a second. Bread. How many of them did you say you... Oh, how many of them did you say you want? 2 should do. He reaches over a box and removes a pair of clear gloves, then takes the bread from the plastic bag and puts it in the bread basket. That reminds me, do you still have those cartons of grape juice? The ones on display are all gone. That might be a few left in the back. Damn it, I'll check. How many do you want? Okay, just one. After he's separated my bread, he goes into the back room. Is this the one? He returns holding a purple colored juice box. Yep, that's it. Thank you very much. We're going without an army girl, huh? Good for you. You're looking a bit pale. My daughter's going out with a boyfriend today, too. Says he's out of the moon. The boy from the current block F. Oh, down the street? Your newest black. So that's the Shiori is up to. Anyway, thanks, Mr. Takazu, but I should be heading on back, and Nami will be here soon now, and I've yet to prepare my food. Sure. You guys should go together next time. I'm sure we will soon. As Shu walks away nervously and scared. Alright, later, Mr. Takazu. I nod towards him and exit the shop with my fresh bread and juice in hand. Okay, time to stuff this with something. I'm pretty sure I have a bit of ham and cheese left in the fridge. I'll use that. Oh, by the way, for those who know visual novels, this is more of a kinetic novel, from what I hear, because, as you can see, there aren't that many choices going on at the moment, unless there's a few, big, story-changing ones halfway through. Then I don't know. We'll see. There turns out there was no cheese, so much for that. I ended up just dabbing a bit of butter and a slice of ham on each sandwich. That actually sounds pretty good right now. But that's probably because I'm a little bit hungry. A bit on the light side, but I'll live. Unless you really pound down that butter, that's not really light. Now, more importantly, where's that woman? She seemed too excited about the trip to have forgotten about it. Then again, she is a heavy sleeper. I hope I don't have to resort to dragging her out of bed. I'll give her about 10 minutes. As I take another glance at time, I can hear a fade in of hurried steps from upstairs. The awaited guest makes her entrance. I bet she's wearing short shorts. Morning, Shao. She jogs in with her backpack on her shoulder, sporting a sleeveless top and, of course, short shorts. I would sing the song, but there may be copyright issues involved, so I'll say, I don't know. You sing it to yourself. Look up the song's Short Shorts. It's an oldie. It should be pretty easy to find. There you are. I looked over to your balcony before leaving the blind, and the blinds were closed. I was thinking you might have slept in. Inami lives on the apartment block adjacent to mine, and now our bedroom balconies face each other. The gap distance is short, enough to be able to see one another and talk, but slightly too large to cross over. without having yourselves fall to our deaths.
Nope, I left the blinds closed so not to wake up Kitty.
Kiri is her androgynously named parakeet. She's had him for years now. Her parents bought him as a birthday present for her, and she's been in love with that blue feathered ball ever since.
Oh yeah, but aren't birds supposed to wake up?
Oh yeah, but aren't birds supposed to wake up in the at sunrise?
Not this one. He sleeps well in the morning. Anyways, forget that. Are you good to go? The bus is coming real soon.
It's like a shadow puppet. The back and forth. You know those shadow puppets on the sticks, and they're like do 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 do. She hops from leg to leg, visibly excited. Yep, I was just waiting for you. In fact, I was steeling myself to go wake you up, but thankfully that won't be necessary.
Sorry to disappoint. You can do that tomorrow.
Though,
9 a.m. sharp. Thank you very much.
oh, was her tongue sticking out before? I don't know. It's a little details like that. I'll pass on the offer. Drat. Okay, yeah, tongue went back in. She lets out, there's that small bit of animation there, I suppose. She lets out a small smile of amusement.
Let's get going then.
Yep. Oh, yep. We descend the stairs to the ground floor. Although my body's a little sore, this weather has me in a good spirit. Today should be a good day. I like the cicada sound. That's kind of cool. Super Saiyan mode! After setting foot on the bus, we both find ourselves stretching. The distance from our stop to here isn't too large, but the bus took all kinds of detours along the way. At some point, I even wondered if we were going the right way, but we got here eventually. Ah, that felt nice. Oof. My neck cracks audibly as I turn my head side to side. Crack, crack, crack. Hopefully that sound effect's not too loud. That was weird though. That was weird though. There were barely any people on the bus. I would have expected more folks to be out here, to be out and about.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Maybe people went elsewhere? I can't think of anything.
Could it be that the bus route just isn't popular?
Since the city is over the opposite way and all. The city is where all the shopping malls and areas are. It's always teeming with people of all ages. Ah, that could be very well be it. Hadn't thought of that.
Which is A-okay with me.
You and me both. Inami has always been averse to crowds. With time she's gotten better at coping with it, but sometimes she still has some anxiety problems. They manifest primarily during school excursions or whenever there's some big local event. She looks like a cheery girl at the glance, but once you hang around for her a while you start to see the symptoms. The symptoms of insanity. Sudden, unexpected trips to the bathroom, awkward walking pace, fidgeting. It can get quite hairy. I'm not sure what, if anything, caused this. No big trauma that I can think of, at least since I met her. And for some reason, the people around the complex don't make her nervous. Maybe it's because only a small portion of the residents are ever gathered outside at any given time. Or, perhaps, because they don't feel like strangers at all to her, since she's been living around them for most of her life. Either way, the situation is good. It means she'll be more relaxed, which also puts me at ease. Now, I'm wondering, is there some serious, mental, block of, serious anxiety going on? I'm not sure. This might turn into actually a pretty sad story. I don't know. We'll see. But you're going to have to find out next time here on Sensei-pong for Casual Friday. Probably not on a Friday. It will probably be tomorrow on Saturday. So, Casual Friday on a Saturday, part 2 of Cuttlebone. I'm your host, Sensei-pong. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I always have a hard time saying that, even though I just like type it out so easy. Whatever. Like and subscribe.